Tassie from Tassie Studio. I hope that you're doing well today. And today is Tuesday, February 27th. So glad that we get an extra day this year for to enjoy more of our knitting and the things that we like to do. And but by the time you see this, it's going to be Friday, March 1st. This year I'm going to try to start my podcasts with a quote. I've seen a few podcasters that I really like to watch that they either do a quote or something special when they start their podcast. And today I'm going to be doing our regular podcast format with the things that I did in February, what I finished, my work in progress, and the acquisitions, and also some life updates in the end of these videos. But I would like to start the podcast today, which is episode 18, with a quote from Saint Francis de Assisi. And he said, "He who works with his hands is a laborer. He who works with his hands and his head is a craftsman. And he who works with his hands, his head, and his heart is an artist." I don't consider myself an artist, but I do try to work with my hands, with my head, and with my heart especially. And I thought that to be very appropriate for this podcast, because I think that all of us that do some form of craft, we try to do our best to do this, to especially work, with our hands, with our head, but also and mostly with our hearts. Let's start with the very, very obvious thing that I have finished this month. I cannot believe, friends, I did finish my very first Ranunculus, and I am so very happy with it. I am so excited to be able to wear this. I never knew why so many people made this sweater, and so many people loved it. It has this really beautiful yoke, and there are over 20,000 people that made this sweater, but it's a really easy sweater. Very the lace is not too lacy. I like that you can still, I just have a camisole underneath, and you can't it's not too see-through. I did the helical knitting on this one because my yarn is hand dyed, and I bought the amount that it said for the size that I was knitting for myself, which was the first one, the size 1, I would say, or the small size. But I did make mine longer than what it said because I wanted to wear with, even though I wear with high-waisted pants, I don't like when it is too short and I can't move. So and I also did the this part of the rim here a little bit longer on mine. I had to buy one extra ball of the yarn to be able to finish the sleeves because I did not have enough. And even though I bought an extra, I still wasn't able. I think that I still have this much of the yarn, and the yarn I used was magpie fiber, the quartet, and this color is called Soyant. And I don't have very many things in green, and I absolutely love this green. If I would say my favorite tone of green. But I still did not have enough. I had this much left, and I could probably undo the sleeves and do a little bit longer because I would have preferred if I had a longer sleeves, but I have to admit that I still have I just finished this yesterday, and I still have the markers in here that I use these markers to when I'm doing the sleeves, to mark every 10 stitches, so this way I know exactly how many stitches I had. So, and you can see that I haven't weaved all of the yarn yet, so I haven't taken this yet and I haven't blocked yet, but I really wanted to wear it today to show you that I have finished. And the sleeves might stretch a little bit longer. I wish they were long sleeves, but I got the 3/4 sleeves, which probably will be nice because I can probably wear this also in the spring. And the yarn is super warm and soft, so I think that I will be okay. If I feel that it's too short for the sleeves, I still have a little bit more, but I actually measured and weighed the yarn all the way because I wanted to make sure that I did not want to buy more than one. I had to buy 4 balls for this sweater, and I felt that that was my limit for my budget for a sweater. And I think that it's going to be okay with this the sleeves the way it is. I did the rib a little bit the same size that I did here. I did here. The only modifications I made for this sweater, which it's a very known pattern, but it's a top-down pattern, was, as I said, I made mine longer and I made this rib here longer, which I think in the pattern is about the same as the sleeve. Oh, actually the sleeves do not have the rib, but I added the rib because I prefer to have a ribbed sleeves like this, especially if there's I did not want that this was longer and this shorter, so to match a little bit better I put the ribs on the sleeves also. So I guess I did 3 modifications on this sweater. I am really, really, really super happy with this sweater, and I will for sure make another one. I cannot wait to see when it's all blocked, and I'm probably going to try to block it tonight or tomorrow. I will have pictures on my Instagram when it's blocked, so you can see it all blocked and pretty. But I still wanted to show you today, so I am happy that it was done, and it was one thing for me to show you for this month of February. I also finished, I had an objective in the beginning of the year. One of my objectives and goals for this year was to knit socks and knit more socks to see. I have always wanted to have knitted socks, always wanted to knit more socks, but never really, when I got to when I finished the first socks, I just did not have the patience to make something of the same exact thing all over again. So I did have very serious case of second sock syndrome. But I have to say, this year we are still in March and I'm knitting my 3rd pair of socks. I just can't believe that I'm doing that, and I am actually really enjoying. So I have to make sure that I tell Tay, my son's girlfriend, which I have told you about her before, to not watch this until after this weekend because it's her birthday and this is one of the things that I'm doing. I have knitted 2 of the Sunday socks and I'll post pictures here. I knitted one for my son in the beginning of oh, actually his I made in January, and it's this one, the green one. And I used the yarn that I used for his was, it's called okay, just give me 1 second. Lana's Light by Barocco Lana's Light, and it's 100% wool. And I have on my local yarn store, Starlight, they are selling this. I do not know the brand because it does not have a brand name, but I believe that this is wool that you use. I will show you her when I show you Tay's socks. I'll show you where you use, but it's to reinforce the heel and the toes. And I used the second pair of socks that I made was towards the end of I think that I started in February. Yes, in the beginning of February. And that one was the one for my daughter, and I'll post the picture here. For hers, I actually used Patton's classic wool worsted. I wanted to order the yarn that it calls for because I am making the Sunday socks. I should say the name of the pattern. I'm making the Sunday socks by Petite Knit, but I did not order it on time, and I wanted to finish by their birthdays was in January, so I really wanted to finish that in January and beginning of February. So I made hers with patterns just to experiment with it, and I feel that it was a little bit too thick, even though it was still really pretty, and I think you can see on the picture that I showed, but it felt like it was a little too thick. But I also used the same thing, and I bought these little bobbins with the wool at my local yarn store, as I said, and I've been really happy with using them to reinforce. I reinforce the heels and the toes, and you will see what I mean. I will show you. I'm using for my third pair, which is this one here, so I don't have pictures yet. It's the one that I'm making for my son's girlfriend, Tay. And this one is the same. I'm using the same Lana's Light by Barocco. And I believe that the colors come in numbers. And I will see her number, color number is 78110. And it's the most beautiful. I would say for me, this reminds me of a guava color. And I really, really love it. And unfortunately, they did not have this color, but I think that you can see that the yarn has a little halo that is kind of like a creamy color. So for hers, I bought the cream color one, and it's this one here. Well, it's actually a little grayish cream, but it's more of a really light gray now that I see it. And I think that the yarn has a little bit of that on it. I hope that the camera is picking up on it for you. And I just, on this one, I made a little bit longer because she said she likes to do this and just scrunch on her leg like that. And I have already reinforced the toe and the heel, and I actually really like it. I think it's gonna look cute when I do the toes, and so it has a little bit of a variegation in this color in there. I'm very, very happy with it. I hope she will be also, but I hope that she does not see and does not watch this, because she usually watches my podcast until I have given that to her, because we're going to meet with them this weekend. So I think that's it for what I finished in February. I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, no. Actually, well, no, this, I should say, it's not something that I finished. So I'm going to go straight to what is on my needles right now. What are my work in progress? And One of them is my Sophie Shawl. I have started this Sophie Shawl a long time ago, and my objective was to do it just while I was traveling. We travel and we go to a place near our house here, but that it's about 3 or 3.5 hours. And sometimes we go every other weekend, sometimes we go once a month. And I usually reserve a project to take with me so I can work on that and see the progress. And I usually only work on that. But um, we had not traveled for a while, so, and I had also had the objective of this year trying to finish some projects that I had started, and I have been doing pretty good doing that. So I decided to finish this, which, but I actually just have a little bit longer to go. I made a little how-to video, or some people will call it tutorial, but just on how I start and and do the little I cord, because there's a lot of people that are a little bit confused on how to do that. So I have a little video on my YouTube channel if you would be interested in seeing how to start, how to finish, and how to do the I cord on your um, shawl. I am really happy with this. I love this color, and I'm about to finish. I just really wanted to finish this sweater first, but I think this will be next. So this was another thing that I worked on that I thought it was almost finished, but it's still a work in progress. And the other thing is something new that I started. It's still on my needles, and it's going to be on my needles. Well, parts of it will be on my needles throughout this whole entire year. I was watching the podcast Les Garçons, and I love watching them. And Vincent showed on one of the last ones that he was making a little animal from this book, and it's called Edward's Menagerie, and it is by Carrie Lord. And I have to tell you, Lord, this is fun, and it's most fun because on the book, um, I'm gonna show you just one of the pictures, and this is my grandson's heart to tell me which ones he loves for me to do for him. So what we decided, my grandson absolutely loves, he calls them plushies. So he loves these little animals. And when I saw this book, I told my sister, she had asked me what I would like for my birthday this year. So this would be on acquisitions also, something that I got as a gift for my birthday. But it's something that turned out to be one of the funnest activities that we do. Each of the little animals come with a story, and the book has probably over 40 of these little animals. I showed my grandson every single one of them, and he chooses one a month that I'm going to do for him. And I bought the yarn, and so for March, that is what he chose. So you can buy the book, and then you can buy their yarn, or a yarn that is suggested, or a yarn that is similar, which is what I did. Or they also have the kits. And I'll wait and show you the kit, because I also got, my sister gave me the book, and she also gave me one of the kits. the kit is going to be for me. I'm going to make it for myself, that little animal, and I'll show you when I show my acquisitions for this month. But with my grandson, I'm going to be making one of these little animals for him a month. And mostly because I will post a picture here for you to see. When I make this, he helps me with it. He is so excited about me making these things and choosing the little animal. And we talk about the story that it has, because each one of the animals has a little story on the book. And he absolutely loves it, and it's time that we are spending together and time that we are having fun. And I want you to know that no, this is not sponsored. I'm not being paid to talk about the book or anything. I just truly absolutely love it, and I think that it's fantastic. And when I saw they actually sell this on their store, their new store that they have in Canada, Vincent and Maxim. And when I saw that, I thought, oh my gosh, that would be such a cute activity. And truly enough, it ended up being one of the funnest things that we are doing this year. And if you can see on the pictures, I crochet the parts. I am right here with Austin the Rhino, which is his first choice, what he chose. So it's not completely done. He so far only has one leg, and he doesn't have a nose or his eyes yet, but he will have this. I'm hoping to actually finish tonight, because I make the parts and then he fills it, and then he's sitting there and waiting for me to have this done. And I thought, since there was only one leg, I'm gonna see him tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I finish it tonight. And the next time I will show you which ones we have been doing for March, because it's close to Easter. We're going to be doing Emma the bunny, and he is super excited about this one. So we're gonna try to do one a month, and by the end of the year he's gonna have probably a collection of 10, because I anticipate December is usually harder for me to do more of those kind of things. But if I can still do it, maybe I'll do the one for December as a surprise for him, and have it with his Christmas gifts. So these are basically what is on my needles right now, and the work in progress that I have. I for this one here, Austin, I use blue sky fibers, and I used the woolstock worsted. And even though it's a worsted, and I am not 100% sure, I have a feeling that the one that calls for, it's not worsted, but I will check. But this, it also says that you should have a little bit more yarn than what it really comes on this yarn. But I was able to make this one with it, with one ball of yarn. I will have to make sure I check the other ones, because I want to make sure. I think that if the animal was a little bit bigger, I would not have enough, because I'm still have to finish the very last leg, and I'm playing yarn chicken with this, only this very much, but I'm really hoping that I can finish it with that. I also think that for some of the animals, I'm going to maybe put some mohair, so it's soft and fluffy. And so I'm very excited about this project. It's going to probably last me a whole year. We're going to try to make one a month, but you can see how excited and fun it's been on the pictures here with him. And that's something that I'm pretty excited to do with him. He loves doing crafts with me, and with anybody actually, really. But I think that I'm one of the people that does the most with him, and that's one of our things to do together. So next, I will just talk about what is going to be next on my needles when I finish these little things that are here that I'm trying to finish for this month. The very first thing that I am very excited about is I am going to be participating on the knit along that the Dartmoor sweater, and I think it's called the Dart Along, that Leslie from A Friend to Knit With, Leslie Friend, Gina from Skein Cocaine, and Margaret from Boboleros. Three of my very favorite podcasters and YouTubers are doing the Dart Along. They're going to be knitting the Dartmoor sweater, and I am going to be doing that. They're going to start on Friday, which is today. Well, not today, but the day that this video is going to be showing. And they have a Ravelry group is showing on their Instagram, and I am super excited, but unfortunately I don't have the yarn that I'm going to be using yet, because I thought I had a yarn and I was very excited to use the yarn, but it's the wrong weight. For that sweater you need a worsted weight, and the yarn that I have probably 3 or 4 sweater quantities. I'm very blessed that I can have this much yarn just on my stash, but none of them are for a worsted weight sweater, unfortunately. So either today or tomorrow I am going to try to either see if I can find another yarn to hold together with the one I have, or get another yarn so I can do that, the start the knit along on Friday also. I'm really excited for that. The other thing that I'm going to be working on, and I already started it, was my husband asked, he wanted a scarf, and I saw that Leslie Friend was knitting the oh my gosh, I will post the name of the pattern here, and it's, my husband likes and prefers very simple scarves, so I'll post a picture here with the name of the scarf, and then I will show you the colors that I chose for his. I am going to be doing that same scarf with these 4 colors, and he basically chose, he likes very basic colors. Sometimes I can make something for him that he likes blue also in green, but these colors I think would match with everything. And again, I'm using the Blue Sky fibers, and I'm using the wool stock on worsted again, and I chose 4 colors, and he actually chose the colors, and the colors are this one is dark chocolate, oops, yeah, dark chocolate. This one, I wanted to have black, but they didn't have it, so this is Gravel Road, this one here, and this one, oops, I'm sorry about that, it's just a little hard to open because it's inside the ball. This one is Highland Fleece, and this one, I think I already have the order, but I haven't started yet. I was going to take this when we traveled this last weekend. This one is Storm Cloud. Such a pretty gray. So I think this will be a fun project also, because when you're getting tired of one color, then it's time to start on the next color. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I think my husband is going to be happy also. Um, so now I'm going to show the next thing that I hope that it will be on my needles this next month, but it's going to go on my acquisitions. I'm going to show, it was my birthday in February, as I said, and so I gave myself a gift, and then the other two acquisitions I will show you were gifts that I got. So one of them is the gift that I bought for my own self, and I am so very excited to make this. This is the Freckled Whimsy, the hand-dyed yarn Serendipity, and the color is Magical, which I believe is very, very appropriate because it looks like magic. And I love wearing purple, and purple is the color of my birthstone, February, which is amethyst, and I thought it's very appropriate to get this on my birthday in February. It says that it's going to do an 8 stripe repeat, and I cannot wait to start knitting these socks. When I finish the sock, the Sunday sock that I'm knitting right now, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try a new heel this time. I'm going to do an afterthought heel, so I'm really, really happy and excited about this acquisition. The other thing that was an acquisition for this month was a birthday gift. I finally got my Chiagu set. I actually went to the store. My husband was going to give me the Chiagu Forte, but after seeing a few reviews and after going there and trying that set, I really felt that this one was more the style and the way I like. I did not for myself, and the way I knit. The other set was very beautiful. It had a lot of different accessories with it, and beautiful and nice quality. But I did not like the tip was kind of a little bit square, and I'm so used to knitting with these ones because I have a lot of different needles from Chiagu that I really, really love knitting with them. So I did get this, and I am so happy. It was such a great gift, and I felt really blessed that now I have a whole entire set that I don't need to keep buying different needles every time that I need to make a new project. The other acquisition, which was, excuse me, I need to drink a little bit of water. With the book, the Edward's Menagerie, you can also buy the kits to make each one, and it's by Toft, and you can buy the kits to make each one of the little figures or animals. But my sister gave me the kit for one of them. I didn't think that I needed to buy every single kit, and it would be a little bit too expensive for me if I'm going to be doing 12 or more possibly with my grandson. But she gave me this one, and isn't it the cutest thing ever? This is Simon the Mini Sheep, and I am very happy to make him also, or her. And the kit comes with everything that you need, with the yarn, with the stuffing that I call fluff, because that's what my grandson calls it, and even with a little needle. So this is one that as soon as I have time, because he will be impatient to start his second one, but as soon as I have time, I'm going to make this one too. I collect little lambs and or sheep, and but I don't have like a huge collection. It's just once in a while when I find cute one like this one, for example, then I buy them and I have them here on my craft room. But this was another gift that I felt really blessed to get, and it was just something fun for me to do. My grandson is actually excited to see when I make mine because he saw the everything together in one thing, and that was it's something fun. Um, so I think that's it for acquisitions this month for me, and the one thing that I also wanted to continue to do, I was doing this, but today I'm going to share with you somebody that I knew about her, I had watched her podcast before, but I started watching more of her podcasts and YouTube videos on in December because she did a Christmas vlog, a vlogmas, yes, and I really enjoy watching her, and that is Marilisa from Girl Meets Yarn. She's the funniest person I've met, and she has like the funniest smile. I love her accent because I believe that she's from Puerto Rico. Yes, I think that's what it is. It's Puerto Rico, and I love that she sews also, and it's just so much fun to watch her. So if you have not watched her before, I think that you would have a lot of fun. She has a lot of followers and a lot of people that subscribe for her channel, but I just thought to mention because it's somebody that I've been watching more, and that I love her laugh and she's just super fun. So it's something that we need more in this life, right? So, talking about that, one of the things she likes to do is sewing, and I also love to sew. So, I wanted to show you something else that it's a gift and a gift for Tay, but it's something that I made this month. She had asked me in December that she really would love because I made a bag like this, and oh, mine is right here so I can show you. I made this one for myself last year, and mine was like this in the back because I didn't have this fabric here. I didn't have a whole piece that I could put in here, so I quilted the back also. But then she really loved this and asked me if I could make a bag for her, so I made this one for her, and I'm still going to give it to her this weekend, so I hope that she doesn't see that, but that's the inside, and it reminds me of a pattern that I really want to make, which is the Stella. I want to make that this year, and it's the Stella cushion by Laura Penrose, and I really love that. So that's another thing that is not knitting, but it's something that I really enjoy to do. I don't do it as often, and maybe once a week this year is my objective to see if I can get to do a little bit more quilting. And on another thing on a life update is that this coming month, and I think I have mentioned this before, on March 7th to the 10th, here in our city in Portland, Oregon, we are going to have the Rose City Yarn Crawl. So if you are from here and you're going to go to any of the stores, it would be so much fun if we could meet or see each other. I know that Nitty Natty, I just heard that she is actually going to come to the Rose City Yarn Crawl, and I'm hoping that maybe I get to see her in one of the stores if I am lucky and see her and I'm at the store when she is going to be there. I do not know for sure which stores she's going to be at. I don't think she has mentioned that on her podcast, but that would be fun, wouldn't it? I'm gonna try to go, but I'm gonna try to be a good girl and not spend too much. But I have saved some money from my birthday money gift, so I can do get maybe a couple yarns for some of my projects. I have so much yarn that I do have and should be needing more for my stash this year. So I think that's the only other thing. We don't have too many plans for traveling other than going to this city that I said is called Bend and Sun River. We really love going there, and I hope we're going to go this spring and summer. But other than that, I don't really have any other um, life updates. My husband still works. I am retired and spend at least 2 or 3 days a week. I watch my grandson, and he comes and spend time with me, and we do lots of activities together. And we spend time with our family. We're going to spend time this weekend with my son and Tay, and it was her birthday also in February, and we're looking forward to that. And I think, other than that, just being grateful that I am 62 now and I am healthy. So I just wanted to thank you today for being here with me. I want to thank you for your continued support. If you like anything that you saw, if you have any questions, please leave me a comment. And if you like this video and wanted to see more of me, also subscribe. And until I see you next time, stay healthy, keep knitting, crocheting, or doing what makes you happy. I see you soon. Ciao.